he has a lot of sweet spot hammer hit, Goido double hit confirms as well. So as soon as you know, Atomsk is able to get in, he can do a lot.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those type of like King of All Monsters kind of matchups where they're both big body, so they're gonna have no problem with finding their mark on what they want to do. But because of that, they're gonna have to take advantage of every little hit they get. Otherwise, these percentages are gonna be climbing and climbing and climbing.
And now Atomsk going to be mixing up with his landings and the landing timing. Love that Lee inhale on the Goido and is just able to fight his way out of disadvantage there. But Boosk not in the range to be inhaled quite yet, able to get the punish on that. That Goido was so deep, and Boosk loses his stock. I didn't think that would kill like that. Oh, and armor is through the down air. You always got to remember that Dedede on the way up has armor, so you can only get a true 2-frame on him if you're trying to spike him.
Ooh, missing the mark on the platform right there. Surprised too, given how big of a target Dedede is, but regardless, Atomsk opting to just hold forward.
Wow.
And deal tons of damage there.
Again, I feel like Boosk is the kind of a player that, as the set goes on, he does get that much more confident. Also, take into consideration, Dedede is at what percent, and he hasn't been sent into tumble by down tilt? That's absurd to me.
Yeah, no, it's just good control of the character, but that only gets you so far when the other player's eyes are wide open. Back air is going to be doing it. Although at 136 and counting, and one thing I think is the most important about why Atomsk is able to hold forward so confidently in this matchup is Boosk has not been able to find any safe landings.
He's not been able to find any safe landings, but also Boosk, I feel like, has been struggling to call out a lot of these short hop inhales from Atomsk. Boosk so close to being able to do the funny gob combos, with just pixels away, and this is such a good position. Oh my.
He really tried to do it to him.
And then he was like, hey, wait a second, I think Rob can make this back, so maybe not quite yet, but I do appreciate the attempt nonetheless.
I mean, worst case scenario, it heavily mispositions Boosk, who up to that point was so confidently in control of the ledge and all of the airspace around it that he was making this look like a living nightmare for Atomsk. So even going for the funny inhales at the ledge was actually a really good call, regardless of not getting the kill.
We're just barely able to get hit by that gyro. Atomsk was almost able to make that opening for himself by jumping over it, trying to get Goido out. That was such an excellent inhale. I love the attempt there, but Boosk was just ready for it. Now suddenly Dedede is at that awkward percent. You can't really connect up tilt into up air. He's going to be living from the top so long vertically just because of how heavy he is. He's a fast faller. Boosk needs to be able to find the stock.
Great turn there, just raw kills. Or up throw off the plat, very much kills. That's a very good Dedede. But that's still a R.O.B with 98%, and Adam is very much still on the hunt. He hasn't really slowed down, only forced to be a bit more choosy with his ins once Boosk has been in control.
Oh, that was so funny. Atomsk still had the hitbox out from the hammer hit of his side B, so even though Boosk was able to hit it back at him, but what an edge guard, and just like that, Boosk with a pretty confident game one. One stock left to his name, able to find the forwarder edge guard. I feel like Boosk every single
really
time.
Solid game from Atomsk. Like, there was a point where R.O.B just looked like, okay, R.O.B things are happening, and not just like the silly Twitter clip R.O.B things. Like R.O.B making use of all of his tools to deny airspace. And if there's at least one thing Dedede is good for, is, albeit slowly, he can navigate airspace very well. And Boosk made him take tons of damage just for trying to do that. But Atomsk, good on his reputation for playing Dedede, just held true, stayed up to ridiculous percentages, and turned very quick reversals.
For sure, he was able to really pile on the damage. He was able to not particularly always worry about some of the gyro and laser placements from Boosk as well. And he was able to find his damage when he needed it. Going into the next game from Boosk, what I would like to see, however, maybe some more callouts on those short hop inhales. I feel like that's been a lot of those ins for Atomsk. That's how he was able to catch shields, he was able to catch buttons, he was able to catch projectile commitments as well. And then he was able to set up those edge guards, which is how he found those stocks. So as long as Boosk is like trying to dash back punish, maybe bait it out, you know, with a spot dodge, but Boosk needs to find an answer at some point.
The hard part about this matchup is the fact that a lot of the ways that R.O.B goes in without a projectile still has pretty negative disjoints. So there's a lot of worry for Boosk to just get randomly pulled into Inhale. So I actually think it's a really nice, if unconventional option from Atomsk. Bringing us to a much larger stage, though, I think was a really good call. And the arm rotor catching out Dedede's big body, just
Dedede's
like that.
big body, Dedede's lack of air acceleration once again, and just the non-existent sides. It's such a difficult time for Dedede when he gets hit like that. Wow, but what a back air from Atomsk, just like that. Despite the fact that he lost his first stock so quickly, he was able to make it up in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was alluding to before we got into game one. Like, once these characters find their mark, there's going to be a ton of damage built up. Stage control is going to be ripped away from one end to the other, and we're going to see the stocks blink. They have the propensity to climb up because they're heavier characters, but with the confidence that both of these players play, I'm not really surprised to see how game two has gone in such devastating fashion, one way and the other, and still in Atomsk's favor.
Yeah, when you're on Town and City, you just got to make most out of those side platforms. You can position yourself. Oh my God.
Dara, just like that.
I was about to talk about how powerful it is to control the space there, to sit there and to wait for your opponent's next recovery option, because you got to be above them, you got to track them, you got to call out jumps. And then Boosk said it before I could with his actions.
Yeah, there's no time for waiting out here. These guys got places to be, and those places are losers finals. They're trying their damnedest to get themselves over there. And right now, Boosk looking like he's in charge of getting us there. Rising up air, not going to be able to do it. Solid DI from Atomsk, but look at the damage.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Boosk was just able to put on so much of it so quickly. Is going to find that down throw. Doesn't get the double hit of the up air. Is that one going to be able to do it? And it is. Boosk cleaning up game number 2.
Marvelous runaway game. Oh my word, the up tilt out of the down throw, that's typical. But the second up tilt to check whatever the response was off the plat, then to guarantee the up air follow-up, masterful. That was such a good reaction from Boosk.
Yeah, being able to position yourself on the side platforms of Town and City is so powerful. You can usually get a good metric of, are they going to go low or are they going to go high? If they're going to go high, you have all your access to grounded options to be able to kill them. You can drop through the platform to catch them going mid, and you can just sort of scout out their jump. So I really love how both players utilized that last game. Oh my.
Yeah, no, that game 2 was in deafening speed. It looks like Boosk is trying to get a repeat performance, already pushing out Atomsk. Arm Rotor not going to find its mark that time, but he's still duking it out.
This is the weakest position for Dedede. How do I get out of the corner? How do I get back to the stage? And Boosk doing what he does best, and that's jailing people. He is putting down a bunch of gyros and making it so difficult for Atomsk to find any footing.
But even then, Atomsk has been finding these opportunities to get himself out of disadvantage, whether it be swinging really heavily or forcing Boosk to just back up and respect Dedede tools. Though, I don't think either of them accounted for the whiff on gyro grab. That was such a scramble.
Yeah, Boosk definitely looked a little bit nervous there, like shooting a laser directly to Dedede's inhale, like spot dodging in really dangerous positions, but still able to find that stock. Now, how does Atomsk really try to find that edge guard on Boosk? How does he set that up?
The constant use of inhale been working out so good for Atomsk. Whether it's reflecting, whether it's just mispositioning Boosk, whether it's even just keeping Boosk from pressing a button. Like, definitely the MVP move of the set for Dedede.
Oh my, these conversions from Boosk are so good. I also have to especially note, I love the way that Boosk is landing. He's making his landing so ambiguous, but again, ends up back hitting a little bit too soon, hits it back into the hammer swing hitbox of Dedede's side B, and just like that, losing his stock. Oh wow.
And just right away, Atomsk looking to see what he can get off of this stock alone. R.O.B been doing such a good job of forcing these really high recoveries, but that's why they're risky. That up air ripping away that stock, and all of a sudden Boosk is on last stock situation.
Boosk was out of fuel. That's a big up air that you always got to be so mindful of, and it's also a bit of a DI check because it sends at a really awkward angle depending on the way that you know, you're hitting like which side of the hammer. Waits out that up smash, but not able to get the grab out of shield to be able to punish it. Is Atomsk going to be able to run away with this? Up smash not going to kill quite yet.
He's big, but he's not big enough. Once again, falling into the grasp of up smash. And this is a practically even game, but we are going full speed ahead with this one.
That gyro coming in so clutch, but an excellent grab out of shield. Look at these punishes from Atomsk. He positions himself in such a way, if you air dodge, I can still react, land, and punish you on time. If he lands his up air, well, that's damage and that's a juggle.
Yeah, no, this was just beautiful control of the stage from Atomsk, time and time again.
Wow.
And the spacing on the back air, that's going to do it. Game's 2-1 in favor of Atomsk. We're looking at Dedede versus Pokemon Trainer for our losers finals tonight. And Boosk is down at 4th place.
That was so well played from Atomsk. The way that he treated those juggles was excellent as well. I liked in the beginning how Boosk was using and conserving his field.